Garage doors open, guys.
Sound like I got stuck.
Got stuck a little bit. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Garage Night. Full Buddy Cast presents Garage Night, brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, Mazatlan, and Bordeaux Wine Bar. Thank you very much for listening. Happens every Friday morning, or for the most Friday mornings. It's brought to you by Full Buddy Cast, Travis Kenny, and the Bentley brothers. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Yo.
Very subdued.
Yeah. I'm kind of
welcome.
liking the past few.
You're welcome.
Dude.
You okay?
Yeah. Are you all right? Usually Corey can't stand this. I feel like
Well,
we're.
turn over a new leaf.
Wow, look at you. Why don't you get
Turn
into
it back
Why
over.
don't you get in the microphone at some point? And then we
No.
also got Corey Bentley, his brother, on the mic.
Corey's Bentley's brother?
Corey,
He's
I've
over,
had
he's over there.
Jeez, what's your deal?
He went first.
I've had his brother, Corey Bentley, on the mic.
I am here.
You know what? I have to give this one to Craig.
Every single one of the intros is to me.
Was there a competition?
There was a
And
little.
if there was, I would destroy you.
All right, guys, let's talk. I want to get deep with Corey for a moment.
Destroy you.
We talked
I
about
leave?
this. Russell Brandon loves when Corey gets deep, and we're gonna get deep with Corey right now.
That sounded weird.
And then we're actually gonna get deep with Corey first, and then we'll get deeper, or not, maybe not deeper. We'll get a little deep with Craig and a little deep with
Yeah,
me.
because Craig turned that leaf over. He probably found something deep under there.
Ooh, wow!
Myself.
that was kind of deep.
I didn't know myself till today.
All right, Corey. Name a trade, a sports trade that happened in your lifetime that broke your heart.
A sports trade?
A sports trade that happened that broke your heart. When Peyton,
Peyton didn't get traded.
well, okay, well, maybe we'll open trade and releasing.
Then that when he got released. That's the only time I've ever had like a sports guy where that was my guy that ever I cared.
Or retirement.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck didn't do a little bit for you?
I was upset. I mean, he was still in his prime.
Yeah.
What was that?
His Amazon Prime account. What
I get to choose how I take your comments, and you guys are stupid.
so walk me through the Peyton Manning releasing. Did you agree with it?
I mean, there was no choice. That you had the number one pick. You knew you were going to take Luck, and he's coming off a neck injury, but it still sucked that was your guy. There's a statue there still. I mean, he was the Colts.
Is
forever.
it still there?
Yeah, there's a picture of me next to it.
I don't know if they tore it down afterwards.
Nobody would tear that down.
Well, I mean, he might get canceled in 50 years. They'll tear it down, but
They already
I've seen that statue. It's awesome.
They already tried to cancel them. It didn't work.
oh, but was it because it was drugs?
No, it was because from the story I remember, it was something to do about him like exposing himself at Tennessee to like a trainer or something. They tried making it a story, and then it never was a story.
Then all of a sudden, this anonymous Twitter handle comes out, and it's called Corey_Bentley. That was like, that was me, and it definitely didn't happen.
That was me in 1997. I was 12, but I was getting Tennessee trained.
Definitely wasn't, and I was completely okay with whatever happened. He's awesome. Do not cancel him. # Craig Take. Do not cancel.
That was my gigantic forehead.
We discussed how hashtag so over.
Hashtagging is over.
It's been over.
So that broke your heart. Was there any trade there was no other trade that happened in your life, like baseball? Like, were you a Mariner fan growing up or any of that stuff? Or
No.
So you laughed at people when Ken Griffey Jr. no longer on the Mariners. You were like, you idiots! It's just a sport. Friggin' nerds.
It was more indifference.
Oh,
I was like, why do I care?
then it came back to hurt you.
Did it?
What about you, Craig? What was your trade or retirement or release that absolutely melted your brain and heart?
Becky Lynch getting traded from Raw to SmackDown just totally ruined my life.
I wish you guys could be here. I wish you guys could see the video of this. Holly Graff is always like, you guys should do video.
Bonus points if you know who Becky Lynch is.
Corey was laughing hard, and Craig was just like living in his moment there for just like, I did it. God, I'm so good.
He probably did cry.
I did.
Did it hurt a little bit?
Wow, a little bit.
Okay, other than WWE, what hurt? Was there a trade?
Ah, man.
Or maybe a signing?
I think, looking back at it, I don't think I realized it then, but seeing Joe Montana play for the Chiefs, I look back at that and look at it like that should have never happened.
Yeah, it should have been Dave Craig.
That's
the
a lot of
entire time.
QBs, though. Like,
No,
United's for the Rams.
Well,
Are
yeah.
you just trying to hurt Garrett right now? Is that
No,
what
I
you're
just
doing?
I think Joe Montana. I mean, I liked Brett Favre, but I didn't really care that he played for the Jets and Vikings. But just seeing
He played for the Jets? I had no clue for that.
yeah,
For 1 year.
but just seeing Joe Montana with the Chiefs, kind of, looking back at it, that probably would have.
Were you
I don't
upset
know.
when Elvis Gerbach left the Niners to go to the Chiefs?
Well, I was yes, I was upset when Jeff Garcia left the 49ers to go to the Eagles.
I would have been
Oh,
too.
so was that a signing that you were like? So here's the thing. That was another question, and we haven't asked you yet. But was there a signing on a team that you're like, I do not
Terrell
want
Owens.
this guy?
Terrell Owens
Really
didn't want him on the Eagles.
bummed. Like why? Like what idiot signed this guy? Kind of
Guy's a
thing.
good receiver, horrible teammate. Didn't want him any part of that. And he's like, "He's my quarterback. He's my quarterback."
Wow.
That was really good,
That was
actually.
pretty accurate.
By the way, NFL, if you're listening, that was not the real clip of Terrell Owens crying about that's my
no copyright
quarterback.
infringement.
That was actually Craig. It sounded the same. It sounded exactly the same. That was Craig Bentley doing that, though. Corey, what about? We'll bounce back to you real quick. Was there a signing that you were like, why?
There's a lot of
Carson
draft
Wentz.
pick trades that are draft picks that I didn't like, and I was like, "What are we doing?" type of thing. There was a trade that I was excited about, and then afterwards was the worst trade ever. Was when they traded a first round pick for Trent Richardson,
Oh, they say Carson Wentz.
and I was super excited at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was just like he forgot how to play football, and that was like one of the worst trades ever.
You started just punching the air.
I was like,
Just-
"Why are you so bad?"
We gave up a first round.
Because he came from the Browns. What do you expect?
He scored. He had like 900 yards and 10 touchdowns as a rookie. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
But then you're like, why are they trading him then? And then
Why am I thinking Trent Richardson was a defensive lineman?
You're thinking of Sheldon Richardson.
There we go. Thank you. I was like, when did he go on the Colts?
Also played for the Browns.
yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. For me,
Kevin Bacon.
the biggest it sucked when Kemp was gone for Vin Baker. That sucked. That I loved Sean Kemp. That was
Where
really
did he play again?
he went to the Cavaliers. And I think it was a 3-way trade. I want to say that I think Vin Baker came from the Timberwolves or
I
something
thought he
like
went
that.
to the Bucks.
Or the Bucks.
Didn't Vin Baker come from the Bucks?
Bucks, yeah, he came from the Bucks. That's right. But then
Sonic's Sean
Kemp-
Kemp fan doesn't even know what the hell he's
no,
talking
no,
about.
it was a 3-team trade.
It was a menage a trois, Craig.
It was, Craig. You wouldn't know what that is. You can't even have a single menage a trois with just another person.
Craig's
Can you have a single menage a trois?
Craig Tagg, you
Craig's
can't.
only an MFM menage a trois. It's got to be that order.
Craig's menage a trois is an M.
It's an M with two
Technically-
hands.
That is a menage a trois.
It's an MHH.
It's Jill and a stranger.
Oh gosh. Sorry, Mom.
Did you ever notice that when you go like that? Jill, Jill.
Is that a thing? I never knew that.
Yes. Do it. Put your hands up right now. We'll show you.
Oh my gosh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Corey.
You've been stroking with Jill.
That's a new podcast. But
It's a golf podcast with somebody named Jill. Welcome to Stroking with Jill.
I'm just at like the freaking the Enumclaw Golf Course, just asking all these ladies that come by, like, "Hey, what's your name? Hey, what's your name? Hey, what's your name?" So finally, someone's Jill. All right, hey, you want a podcast about golfing? I golf like 3 times a year. That's okay.
We just need your name.
I've got the perfect name for you. And I'm like, Craig Tag, awesome. And she's like, what are you talking about?
You just lost me. I hate Craig.
But anyway, for me, Kemp getting traded. But actually, the thing that really, that hurt me as a
when Ted left Shrimp left.
No.
Oh. That hurt me. I almost
Gary Payton. When Gary Payton was gone, that hurt.
I never liked Gary Payton.
And then Bobby Wagner. This was released, and I get it. Here's the thing. Here's why I like Bobby Wagner getting released. He knows. I feel like the Seahawks did him a favor, because when you're an older player, he's third in tackles. He's good. He's good for our team. He really is. But if we're in true rebuild mode for the Seahawks, then
I don't think they are.
Rebuild? Drew Lock?
I don't think they're in rebuild.
We are in
25 touchdowns.
Guys.
They're going out and getting Watson.
Guys.
Maybe Jimmy G.
They did talk about Watson.
We are in rebuild mode. We might get Kaepernick. Who knows? And if that signing happens, that'll be the worst signing.
Do you know what the most comments I saw about that trade were? Is that it was Seattle won the trade.
Big time.
But then they lost the trade because they don't know how to draft first-round picks.
Exactly. I agree.
This is the first time since, I want to say it was 2008 or 2009.
Yeah, we're usually trading ours. To
I'm just in general.
Second or third.
Who was that? Was that Curry back then?
Oh gosh, do not get me going on that.
Maybe an Irving.
Aaron was it?
Aaron Curry.
Yeah. No, it was bad. But the thing is when
worse than Mark Curry.
But with Bobby, he at least
not Stephen Curry though. Way better than that guy.
At least he gets to, if we had video right now, you'd see Corey laughing at his own joke like profusely right now.
Just because Craig knew it, what it was talking about, and he named his team name after it one year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know who Mark Curry is?
He was a Golden State. No, he was he actually a Phoenix?
That's the right name, isn't it?
No, was he a Sacramento King?
What was that guy's name? It's Mark Curry.
Mark Curry is the dad, I want to say, of
what's that actor's name that was hanging in Mr. Cooper?
Oh.
It's Mark Curry.
I loved hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I'm pretty sure
my team name was Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That was the why.
I loved that was a TGIF classic. I think that's an underrated show. That was a great show.
We could do a whole podcast on TGIF classics.
Yeah,
we should.
Not right now, but
we should at some point. But that's a good call.
Topanga.
Wow, I think Corey wants to go right now. I think
that got him hard.
His name is Corey.
I already was.
His name is Corey.
What does that have to do with it?
Wasn't it Corey Matthews? That was the. Yeah, you were like, sweet. Finally, someone's recognizing my name.
He even spelled it right.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Bobby now gets to go play for a title contender
in the same division. The Rams, Cardinals, are both interested, as are the Niners.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. So I hated when Sherman went to the Niners. That was also rough for me. Did you have any Colts or any Eagles that went to a neighboring?
Carson Wentz now plays for the Commandos.
Did you say Commandos? That's how they dress.
But I'm pretty happy though, because I saw this thing today. It was awesome. So. Eagles players get to start catching passes from Carson Wentz again.
Well, I like the one about Russell and the trade where like Noah Fant wakes up or he's like, "Hey, I got traded. All right, I'm never getting thrown the ball from Drew Lock again." Oh, by the way, Drew Lock's going with you.
Drew Lock is not starting on the Seahawks.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Marcus Mariota,
dude.
Possible.
Drew Minshew, a.k.a. not Drew Minshew.
Are you talking about the property mother?
his cousin. Help me.
Gardner?
Help me. No, Minshew.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner seems like a last name.
You know who's going to be pissed at you
I've
now?
had so many drinks.
Who's going to be pissed at you?
Dred's going to be so
and
mad.
Kellen.
No. And
Kellen's going to be mad.
And Joey.
Yes.
And Mariano Rivero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mariano Rivero has a Minshew jersey.
Jackson's like, I don't know how this card's still working, but I'm going to make sure it doesn't work this time.
Actually, you know what? Here's the deal. I know Pete Carroll listens to this show.
I know, and I also know Pete Carroll.
And I'm going to tell you right now, my good friend Howie Roseman, in case you don't know him, straight up Gardner Minshew, Tyler Lockett. We'll do it right now.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Does Pete Carroll listen to this?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Howie told me, my good friend Howie Roseman.
Who's Howie Roseman? Is that another like Jill?
It's the Harry Mandel changed his name.
He's the GM for the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
I'll get that done. If in case Pete's listening, give me a call. We'll get that worked out. Gardner Minshew for Tyler Lockett.
No picks?
Straight across. The picks are that just adds.
Picks. I thought I can't believe we gave a fifth for a fourth or whatever. It's like, dude, just get rid of the fifth and fourth picks. Except we're good at it. All right.
Throw in Jalen Rager.
With
Rager's
Minshew
horrible.
for Lockett?
Yep.
We gotta get
Horrible.
It's gotta be dealt. I gotta get something else back.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Trades don't got to be even.
Oh, it's gotta be even.
All right, we got Skary Skellies coming up. We got to get to jump into the Skary Skellies.
Let's
No.
go.
Did I interrupt your trades?
No, obviously not. Obviously, you're running the show and you want to just take over. So let's go.
Sorry, it's called Full Body Cast.
What's your name?
Actually, what is this called? Garage Night?
It's called Garage Night.
Yeah.
All right, you go for it. You go. Let's talk
No,
about.
I'm done. I'm done now. So go ahead.
This is Travis Kenny presents Full Buddy Cast presents Garage Night.
That's true.
Approved by Lee. Jared Skary Skellies. He's got two of them. He's got one of them is one other profession you would try if you weren't killing it at your own. Obviously you guys are doing great at your own. What's another profession? Realistic effing profession.
Park Ranger.
Craig has no clue what a profession is actually because he made up his own.
You'd be a really good park ranger.
I would be.
Whoa.
Park Ranger. They don't make enough money, or I would do it. If I didn't need money, Park Rangers have an awesome job.
You get
They
to wear the
probably
green shorts with socks.
And actually, I'll tell you this right now. If anybody out there listening is a park ranger,
Good job.
I think it's an awesome job.
Yeah.
I don't think they get paid very well, so I don't think I could do it.
You feel like they deserve more. is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
absolutely.
Yeah, put more in the park's budget for the Rangers.
Buy your tabs and then donate
to the Rangers.
to the Rangers. The
the unsuspecting
what's
strangers
the pass?
who better know
What's
the
the
truth
pass?
of wrong from
Or if I couldn't be a park ranger, I'd be a Texas Ranger.
right.
Would you?
Because the eyes of a ranger
not-
are
not the
upon
baseball
you.
player.
No, I know.
But the actual Texas
No,
Ranger.
When
but
you're in
would
Texas,
would you be Walker?
I'd like to work with Walker, Texas Ranger.
So you'd be the new Trevette.
Okay, so I'm going to go out there and say I could be the new Trevette,
Yeah.
but those that knew Trevette
Yeah.
don't hold me accountable for not being the
I thought you
correct ethnicity.
Dude, at this point, time out. At this point in my drunk ears thought he said Trebek. And I
Your
thought,
mother Trebek.
how amazing would Craig be at Jeopardy just giving out the answers like, sorry,
No, what
you're wrong.
Well, yeah,
It was
that'd be awesome.
actually, what is Guatemala?
All I'd like to do. I don't even want to say the answer. If it's wrong, I'd be no.
I think they should add.
You lose money. Incorrect.
They should have the host, but then have Craig as like the distractor. So they ask the question, then Craig can be in front of them doing whatever they
That
want. as they're-
basketball, but
Yeah.
for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Whoever runs ABC, and I'll talk to him about that idea.
You know somebody that runs ABC?
Well, yeah,
I know-
I just got to look it up on Google.
I only know the
his
guy
name.
who runs. I only know the CBS guy, so you're way ahead of me.
Yeah.
You said CBS or CVS? You're talking about like going and buying some
They're
like
the same people. He owns both of them. He was lazy when he named them, so he only changed one letter. It's
So-
Les Moonves.
So what?
I don't know. I think that's right.
Dude, Les Moonves. That's from something.
I think he owns CBS.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
That was a guess,
where I've
though.
heard that name before.
Don't fact check me.
What about you? What's your profession, Corey?
If I could do anything,
Do anything else? But listen, it's not like some fantasy land where you can like, oh yeah, we'll be Jim Irsay. You got to be legit real.
Well,
Just so you know, Corey, I believe you could be Jim Irsay.
thank you.
But he doesn't.
Well, I was gonna say
Craig Tag jerk.
I would enjoy some type of sports marketing or graphic design type of thing.
You'd be good at graphic design and sports.
I would
marketing.
need a lot of training, but I would probably enjoy it.
Yeah. What's the F's for your phone for your hats? By the way.
Full buddies.
Yeah.
No, what's it for real?
So I coached Firecrackers team, and
Yeah.
I got Corey that hat, and I was kind of excited to see him wearing it today. I haven't seen him wearing it.
I saw you wearing a black.
I have like 4 different hats.
And then I
Look
saw
how cool it is. There's a little firecracker guy on it.
that's sweet looking.
And I'll actually, you know what's funny? I was wearing mine forward today, but there he is,
Dude, Craig always with the hat backwards.
little Firecracker guy.
Yeah, and Craig's golfing tomorrow. I'm excited for him.
I am.
For me,
He golfed a week ago.
I golfed. Yeah,
How'd you golf?
I golfed.
How were
last-
you?
Dude? Shot best round of my life.
Good job.
90.
Nice.
no way.
Yeah.
Nice.
On 9 holes, that's impressive.
You just used a 7-iron the whole time?
Was it Enumclaw?
No, golfed Auburn.
Yeah, the par 3 course.
They don't have a par 3
I'm
course.
just kidding. Did you golf with a few people that we know?
Yeah.
Mutual.
Seth Loop.
Shout out
Shout out Seth. We
Seth.
golfed together.
He
Thou
probably did
shall
horrible.
not be named.
Thou shalt not be named. And his
brother,
brother, I think, can be named, but I'm going to hold off on that
his
because.
brother is not golfing with us.
But he's the manager of the course.
Yes.
Yes.
His dad is golfing with us.
Oh, okay.
And then JT. We'll just leave it at that. You know who that is. So
JT.
Yeah, we're going to hold off on that one as well.
yeah. So but Auburn is one of the only courses around here that allow a 5-some, and we are doing a 5-some.
They
Or
allow
we
a
did.
5. Wow.
We did a 5-some last week.
Really?
I've never been like part of a 5-some. This is going to be awesome.
It was awesome.
Oh, well, yes, it was awesome. Because I shot a 90.
Is it true? Was it a scramble that you shot a 90? Like what is that was true you?
Yeah.
What was your biggest hole that you're like, wow, like
I birdied the whole, I don't think it's 15.
are you making this up? Why are you laughing over here, Corey?
14?
What are you?
I'm interested in
Why
this.
are you listening to this?
Corey's laughing super hard. I agree with Craig that should I not be listening to what's going on right now?
I don't think you understand what's going on right now.
Neither do I.
Am I missing something?
We're talking about what I did a week ago.
Yeah.
He's going golfing tomorrow. This doesn't go out for 2 weeks.
Oh. Moving on.
He's so interested.
That was awesome. Though.
I forgot about that. I thought you were playing at Enumclaw tomorrow.
Well, even if I was, I still couldn't tell you how I golfed.
Well, I thought that you'd actually golfed literally last week. I forgot that this was getting
That's
released
not
later.
what was said.
Sounds like a cover.
What profession would you think your brother would be terrible at?
What was your profession? You didn't answer.
Yeah, you didn't answer what you'd want to do.
I'd like to be in sportscasting or something like that.
Like
Yeah.
Bob Euchre?
Yeah.
Dude, we had
No runs, no drips, no errors. He did the painting commercials. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I had an awesome conversation today at work about Bob Euchre, and it was amazing. And in the movie Major League, we just kept naming off. Like,
He's a funny guy.
he's awesome. I'd like to meet Bob Euchre.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's like 90
Is he?
something.
Are you sure he's still alive?
Yeah, he's still calling games to the Brewers.
Is he?
Huh.
You know who isn't alive? It was Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
Yeah, but it's only been a couple years.
What
No.
profession would you think your brother would be terrible at?
Anything that takes patience.
He's a surgeon, just like F this. I'm just cutting this guy's
Yeah.
freaking thing
He's like,
out.
this is
I would be horrible as a surgeon.
This is a very delicate cut. He's like, nope, it's not. It's right here.
I would figure out any shortcut you could make.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you want your surgeon to do is figure
Listen.
out shortcuts.
Listen, we're gonna cut out. There's a lot of like tubing going between the esophagus to the butthole. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna link one thing together.
So I know you would like to be numb, but that takes a lot of time, and my time is valuable. So we're going to go ahead and just start the surgery now. If you scream, that's on you, not me.
Listen,
I make the same money either way.
I see you've got a little infection in your nail here. I'm gonna cut your finger off instead.
Yeah,
When you're done, you don't
much
have to deal with
faster.
it again.
you don't need that finger. Ask Lee.
Oh, so nothing with patience.
Yeah, he doesn't
So
have patience.
So let's cut out the surgeon part. I feel like patience. When I think of patience, I think of traffic. I think of like what other things? Maybe having a conversation with someone who's just complaining to you for 20
I
minutes.
think he is similar to my dad, where you put him in a retail like job with people that bitch at him, he would get fired quickly.
I was amazing safe.
I don't think you could anymore. I think if somebody got on your case, you would say shit back that you couldn't say back. He'd be like, sir, I noticed that you were in my way, and why won't you move? And he'd be like, why don't you move, asshole? Like,
Hey,
he would be back.
I've spent years dealing with shit on construction sites. I can deal with.
deal with a few people that are
people
complaining about stuff.
Construction sites are different. You still deal with stuff, but it's more like you can say what you want.
When you talk about patience, like, are you wanting to produce something immediately? Like, let's say that you're like, hey, I can't be a quilter because that's going to take me like 4 weeks.
You can't read books or do puzzles.
That's true too. Oh, that's
There's no
why.
reason for that. No, there's no reason to read.
Somebody get this man a puzzle he has to put together to read a clue.
Craig's so funny. I enjoy him so much.
If anybody has kids listening, I apologize, but let's be honest. You agree with me. There's no reason to read.
Dude, now I realize why Craig hates when... I hate when the computer goes down. But Craig's like... massively hates it, probably.
When what goes down?
When the computer acts up.
Why?
Well, because it's like the patience level on that is minimal.
Or it's 0 because you don't care.
I am mad.
Well, I know you're mad, but why would I be mad unless I needed something from it?
Okay, all right. Corey or
Yes.
Craig, what
Yes.
would Corey suck at?
Oh man, he's just so good at so many things.
Wow. Hold on. I take mine back because he was so nice.
I don't think. I know he could do it if he was forced to. I don't think Corey would be good in the construction trade.
Just because he's a little bit wimpy.
Well, not wimpy.
The rain hitting
but
him.
He's just
I
never.
would be fine with that. It would
Cold.
It's not about
People being like, hey,
No, it's
piss
not-
ant,
I would
figure
need
it
a
out.
job of sitting in the machine.
yeah,
and
but you
doing
don't
that.
start. You don't start.
I know you don't start that, but that's where I want to be.
So I don't mean this like he couldn't do it because I 100% think he could physically do it, but just the idea of going out and handing him a shovel and being like, "Here, dig a hole for the next 8 hours." I don't think that he would want to do that.
That is very correct. Especially at the age I am now and the way my back is, there, I would be like, you dig a hole. I'm in charge.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
management.
F that. You're out, not me.
I'm management. You go dig the hole.
What? So
And I also don't think he'd be a good glass blower.
he's a.
I don't blow things very well.
Craig, how long have you been sitting on that joke? We're like, hey, Jared, I'll pay your Patreon this month if you please ask this
If
question.
you please set up a glass blower
so
joke.
that I can tell how bad of a glass blower Corey is.
That just actually popped in my head.
It's good. Off the dome.
Have
I
you
think
ever tried to
I've-
blow glass?
I have actually.
It's very hard.
It is super hard.
I've never done it.
You got to melt it.
It's got to be
And then you
super
And
hot.
then you twirl it.
Yeah.
I think after being a kid, after being like having kids, I would not be a good teacher. I would not be a good teacher.
I wouldn't be good for a certain age group.
You think before you had kids, you would have been a good teacher?
Well, you kind of kick it around because you're familiar with it. You're like, you know what? I could probably teach history. But then you see all the dumb idiots out there, and I can't do it. I can't figure it out.
what
I
year
couldn't do
did-
below junior high.
What year did Washington become a state?
1898.
That's actually closer than I thought you'd get.
1896?
November 11th, 1889.
Oh, dang it. I was close. The reason
Fact
why
check.
I know,
Somebody fact check that.
You fact check it. I know
Because
that.
Craig doesn't read, so I don't know how he knows that.
I have to. For,
well,
surveying.
because don't you remember when we had the Centennial Fair and stuff like that?
I have to for surveying. Statehood. Lots of stuff happens after statehood. Patents, property lines, tons of stuff.
Taxes.
I love how Craig just makes up his stupid. Oh, by the way, we got to know statehood. Because they were doing surveying back in 1899. They were, actually. They probably were. There's an app now. What the government doesn't realize is that his job was eliminated like 12 years ago by an app. But he still goes
What's
out
the app?
there.
What's the app?
Google Earth.
Literally anything.
I would
Measuring.
I would-
click.
I would love for you to do something in the on your property right here
Yeah.
and just build something.
Yeah.
Just build it wherever you think it goes. And then I'm going to go to your neighbor and I'm going to do it for free. And I'm going to do a survey and then make you tear down your fence because you put it in the wrong spot.
You just got surveyed.
Okay, wait. Was that a trade? Where Jared says, or Craig's like, hey, listen, Jared, I need you to ask this thing about the glass blowing thing. But in the meantime, Corey, could you Of course, like, hey, wait, no, I'm in on this one too. I like this, but I want to say you make a survey joke about how baby Travis can't figure it out.
It was great.
That
But
was
you know what
great.
that was? That was this. That was me and him being. That's a set, like
That
a
was a
volleyball
set.
and then he spiked it
And me not
on top of you.
going around and trying to
You just got
manipulate
spiked.
himself.
You got spiked.
Moving on. The MLB finally came to a resolution. It looks like that they're going to be able to.
A week ago, yep.
Are you guys big baseball?
Woo-hoo.
Are you guys big baseball guys or no?
Not really.
I'm a decently big baseball guy.
Who's your home
What
team?
does that mean?
Is it the Mariners?
Because
or what?
I enjoy baseball. I enjoy the sport.
You enjoyed playing.
No, I enjoy the sport in general. But I do have I'm not going to sit and watch every home. I'm not going to watch 162 games out of the year. I'm not going to sit and watch every game, even a Mariners game, which I like the Mariners. They're a home team. I'm not going to sit and watch every game that they play. Baseball is a sport that I love, but the season is so long that you don't have to watch every game.
Right.
But I
And
will.
then what happens after the season?
The
The
playoffs?
postseason. Back to you, Greg.
Yes. So what I mean by that is I would watch a game in April, week 1, and I would watch a game, maybe multiple games per the month, but I don't have to sit and watch every game. But I enjoy watching it. Even though I will admit baseball is one of the most, besides golf, which golf is horrible to watch, baseball is a boring sport to watch.
Do you know how you can watch baseball very easily? Just click ESPN at like 9 p.m. and you can see everything that happened for that day in baseball.
And there's a lot of
And they have MLB, like, yes. Yeah.
But there's a lot of times I do that. There's 100 times that I see what goes on during the day based on ESPN.
Yeah.
But
they show you the highlights of the entire 9 innings in like 1 minute.
there are some games I will sit and watch a 9-inning game. It's very rare compared to what a lot of people.
Postseason.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. In the negotiations, they said that they were going to ban the shift.
I think it's dumb. I think banning anything that has been in the sport, which granted it's newer, but it's never been a rule that was out, right? It's just with all these statistics and everything else that people are doing now, it's became more apparent to the normal fan that watches the game. They've seen it more because statistics have told people they hit it here 7 out of 10 times. Shift your guys over.
You know-
Right.
You know what I say to that? If you can't hit the shift, be better.
Yeah.
be better. So then, does that change your rules for your kids? Like, is the shift banned in your division or your league that you play in with fast pitch, or is that
There's not really a shift in
because you don't really sit there
even on younger kids baseball wise, you don't have the statistic evidence that you do at the major league level.
You shouldn't ban it.
I mean, you get up, we all know this. If you ever played baseball, you get up and let's say you're playing left field, right? And this guy gets up his second time at bat. Oh, hey man, left fielder Craig, he hit it to you last time. That's the only statistics anybody ever really cares about. What did you do the last time you were up?
right.
But baseball looks at it and goes, what did this guy do for the last 10 games?
Yeah.
For the last 10 games, this guy hit it to right field 90% of the time. So let's take our shortstop and put him over and play a 3-man infield.
Right.
Right?
If you want to move
Right.
your entire team to that side, that should be up to you.
Yeah.
And then that's on the other dude to hit to the other side.
So
I'll move all my guys to the first base.
yeah. So I think any changes to the game as far as making a rule that takes away any advantage, because teams put in the effort. I mean, granted, it's
Right.
more in the last 10 years statistics, but if you put in the work, why are you getting that? Like, why is that a bad thing?
What else did they change? Did they change DH?
Well, the other thing that they kicked out was that there was going to be a pitch count, or not pitch count, pitch clock, where it'd be like 19 seconds between pitches.
Like a shot clock for pitchers.
Yes.
I don't have an issue with that. That speeds the game up.
It speeds the game up, but at the same time, the reason I like to watch, I mean, that's like the same thing as saying, like, with a golfer, you have like a 25-second putt clock, you know, like there's a point where I like how relaxing, I can throw baseball on in the background, whether it's by the radio or TV, and I can check in, but then I can go do other stuff. With football, I'm like watching nonstop. Like, I can't miss a play.
I don't think they're serving TV fans with that rule, though. They're serving fans that go to the game and have to sit there for 5 hours.
But people like that. They go there. They know.
No, but
this isn't new. They sit down there. They go buy some.
And it's not just for them. It's for the players, though. Your players are playing games back to back.
But here's the deal.
Yeah, I can understand the player aspect.
But here's the deal. I mean, I was a catcher. The tempo of a game is always on the pitcher.
Yeah.
Right? It always is. No matter what, the tempo of the game follows what the pitcher does. Right? I think a pitcher should be able to go do what they want to do. If he wants to throw a pitch, catch it, walk around, come back to the mound, and then pitch, cool. But at some point, if a pitcher's taking a minute between pitches, and you times that by 27 pitches an inning, right? Now you're half an hour.
Like, what's going to happen to the person that steps off? You know, he checks first base. Like, if you're on first and you know this person has to pitch before he gets to the 19th second, then you know when he's going to set, and then you can take off. Like, I feel like stealing bases is going to be a little bit.
I don't agree with that. Because as a pitcher, even if you're at your 19th, you could step off and throw the ball to first, and you start over again.
But how many times can you do that?
As many times as you want. There's no rule against that.
Do you know that? Have you read what was passed in the omnibus bill?
Did you read it?
No.
I'm pretty sure they didn't take that out.
Both have moot points.
Mm-hmm. No, don't get me wrong. I think
I'm saying, when does it stop?
I think a pitcher should have
Tomorrow.
to what they want to do. But now every single pitcher has the exact same thing they follow.
Yeah, speed the game up. It's fine.
Now, before we jump into, we talked baseball a little bit. What I really want to, Craig takes the days off with his wife. He enjoys this. This is better than his anniversary. It is March Madness.
Yes, I love March Madness.
Now, this is being released when March Madness is in full.
This will actually be the day
2.
Day 2.
Yeah, it's in full, like, it's going.
I used to take Thursday and Friday for years. We're talking 10 years plus. Now I just take Friday. So I've been taking the first Friday of March Madness off. Like, it's like a holiday for me for 15 plus years. And the last probably 5 years, me and Carrie go find a place, have a burger and a beer. It's a sports bar, so we can watch the games.
Right.
Maybe hit up a brewery on the way back and just relax and enjoy watching the games. And I honestly can tell you that Carrie maybe doesn't like watching the games. Like, she doesn't really care the result of the games, but she enjoys the idea behind watching the games, the March Madness.
She enjoys the company.
Well, obviously. But
she's got her own bracket. Does she do her own
She does a bracket.
Too? Yeah.
I mean, it's normally like if Xavier's in it, she takes him to win the championship, which they never will.
Right.
But, stuff like that.
Till this year.
Friggin' Carrie.
Yeah. So, but I
picked
actually
my mascots.
I really enjoy the idea, and I watch college basketball during the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sit all day Saturday and watch anything, believe me.
Right.
But I do watch college basketball. Conference championships is actually going on this week as we're recording. This Sunday will be the bracket reveal. That stuff excites me.
We don't know as of yet. So then,
yeah, that stuff excites me. Is this idea of all this stuff that goes on? I love watching. I mean, it may never. It happens sometimes, like a 2:15. I love watching some of the games that are so close that shouldn't be.
Right.
Like this should be a blowout, and it's not. Why? Because everybody gets amped up to play in this tournament.
Yeah, and it's fun. It is fun. Now, with that said, do you usually have a number 1 seed that goes all the way in your bracket, or do you have number 2?
For the most part, when I do brackets, it's hard because I know basketball, and I know that it should realistically be like a 1 or 2 seed.
Right.
I mean, that's just. But it's hard because I want to be that guy that picks
My heart
upsets.
says no.
Yeah.
My heart says 12 over 5 all the time.
I'm an
8-7 guy.
The funny thing for me is I have a couple teams. Like, I absolutely love Kansas. I have since I was a kid.
I love Kansas too.
I
Craig.
wanted to go to Kansas like for college. Like, I wanted to go to there.
He did have a Jayhawks.
But will you choose Kansas State too?
No. I'm talking about the Jayhawks.
No, I know, but if you see Kansas
Not the
State,
Wildcats. No.
you'll never
No.
choose Kansas State.
No, garbage. Anyway, so I have a problem not choosing Kansas or Michigan State to go far. I just love those. I think they're a good program. Granted, Kansas is a little bit better than Michigan State.
Right.
And I want to pick them to go far there. And they're always in the tournament. Duke, who usually goes far, I refuse to pick out of like the second round. I hate them. I hate Coach K.
So
I'm glad he's retiring.
Do you do two?
The game of basketball is better without Coach K.
Do you do two?
Wow.
That's
sorry,
amazing.
Lee.
Do you have? Well, Lee hates Craig, but he loves the show.
Yeah.
So
He loves
shout-
Duke.
You know what I want to say to Lee? Lee High. Lee High over Duke. Greatest game of all time.
So, do you do two brackets, one with your heart and one with your brain?
I should do that, but I don't.
I do two brackets, one with my heart, one with my brain.
Yeah, I tend
It's
to
the
do
same bracket.
if I do two brackets, I usually have a different champion just because.
You're right,
But a lot of the brackets similar.
because your heart is your brain. You're
Yeah,
one.
basically.
It's one,
And that's probably why I've never won a bracket.
Corey, what about you? Do you like March Madness as much as Craig does, or do you just kind of like, it's just kind of here?
It's all right.
Do you do a family one? Like, what do you do?
We used to. I haven't filled out a bracket in like 2 or 3 years.
You should do one. Maybe we'll do a full buddy cast one just for fun, like
You
an
know what?
ESPN league.
You do a full buddy one, I will fill a bracket out.
All right, cool.
Right,
I'll
just
put,
like all the other full buddy stuff we do that nobody else does.
Yeah.
listen, a few people have done those things.
Well, you can't set it up the day before.
Wow.
Why don't you set it up right now?
Yeah.
Like literally today,
I
and then
can't.
you can. And
Bebop.
then once Sunday comes
No
out,
one's
the
gonna hear
bracket
this.
Bebop, bebop. But no, post it.
post. Yeah, would you not have social media?
I don't even know what that is.
And for those of you that listened a week ago
Go
that
live.
did this, hopefully you're in the bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
and-
you're in there because Travis went live and told you about it.
And by the way, I've never jinxed anything ever in a pre episode.
Gonzaga's
ever,
not winning the whole thing.
ever. But hey, Craig, you're crushing us right now, man. Thank you. I mean, I'm impressed. You're absolutely crushing us.
Day one, perfect. Wow.
Perfect bracket.
Wow.
You went with your brain and your heart, and it was the most immaculate thing. So, and I have not jinxed the Mariners by not making the playoff or postseason.
You
And-
almost ended MLB altogether.
and I definitely did not jinx the Bengals for winning the Super Bowl. Craig, congratulations. Amazing. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Number
Appreciate
one
that.
bracket.
Hopefully, I can go another couple weeks. Get that $1 million for perfect bracket.
Hey, I'll be in Vegas March 30th. So, and I think the actual championship.
Do you live there now?
I do. I have a
A bungalow.
underneath. I don't know if you've heard of the little cities that are underneath Vegas.
The
little
sewer cities?
Yes. Yeah. I got a nice little spot.
A sewer
Where are you
bungalow.
staying out this time?
Palazzo for free. Three nights for free.
Oh,
They,
nice.
they put that
But
underneath now?
How many floors do they have there?
Not enough.
Negative.
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Oh, it's the same place?
Yeah, I'm
Same
literally.
room?
No, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, I think
Figured that
someone
It's like a timeshare. You get the same room every time.
was it you or was it Sean that said just take a picture of your, and then just go into your pictures and just
Of the
find-
room number?
of the room number, yeah,
Why don't you just remember it?
and the floor and all that.
Just
No.
write it on your hand like a child with a school bus where they don't get lost.
I have a little laminated tag or a necklace like of yarn around.
It says, I am Travis from Full Buddy Cast. My room number is 104.
The floor.
Please
floor
send
is
me back
20
there if you find me.
Just a freaking dog tag. Anyway, all right. Well, yeah, sounds good.
Long COVID.
Who's your pick then right now? Kansas. Who's your pick to win it all?
Realistically, I do think Gonzaga's going to make it Final Four. Man, I see an underdog being there.
Okay,
I do. I see.
like
I
like
see.
a 16th rank.
Like
No,
St. Mary's?
I see-
How's St. Mary's doing now?
St. You know what? St. Mary's actually pretty good the other day
Alright.
against Gonzaga.
Did they?
I see them winning first round, upsetting somebody. I mean, Joe Lenardi probably doesn't think so, but
Hey, bank it. I'm with Craig on this one.
I think
never jinxed anything.
in the Final Four, you will have, let's go, two 2 seeded teams less than 4.
Wow.
And then what are the other 2?
Well, Gonzaga will be there. They're number 1.
So you're saying 1-1,
Who-
and then
Who do you think the 1 seeds are going to be? 'Cause I
Well-
haven't been following this.
Gonzaga should be a 1.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think of what Lenardi said because he's the man.
Like, who's good this year? Is Villanova good?
No. The Pac-12 is actually got UCLA's good, Arizona's good, Oregon's decent. I haven't been paying attention to the Pac-12 conference because it's been going on right now, so I have no idea what happened except some of the upsets. Auburn's good this year. They might be a 1, maybe. I don't remember.
all right. Well, for those listeners that haven't like trailed off,
Yeah.
we want you guys to join. You've already joined though.
Yeah, you need to go live. Like,
I
you should just go live right now. Just tell everybody.
No. Well, okay. All right. I'll go live right now. But let's do our shout outs and then we'll go live. Okay. So, shout outs. We'll go Corey this time.
My shout out is to you for making this league right now.
Shout outs Craig.
I'm going to shout out Travis for going live right now.
And I'm going to go live right now. Everyone, thanks for listening. Shout out to me. I'm amazing. And also Craig. Shout out to Craig for having the most perfect bracket we've ever seen in our entire lives.
So humble.
Wow. Yeah. I'm doing all right.
By the way, guys, if you've followed and listened, shout out Russell Brand. Oh, I got to say the names too. Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny, Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Ira Potter, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly. Thank you for the Skellies. Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Elman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny. We're going to have Jamie Roberts, by the way, at some point. The Dashing Jamie Kenny, Paulo Dolo, Jackson Zeidhook, Russell Brandon, and Sasha Lynn, hopefully. But we're going to say this, though, real quick, is Craig, his entire life has been how to ruin other things for people. And he enjoys it. He just loves it. And now, Corey, could you congratulate him on his perfect bracket?
Why would I do that?
Wow, Corey's afraid. What a puss. Everyone, thanks for listening. Have a great week.
This bracket will never be perfect.
Coach K sucks.
Goodbye.
Take care.